afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Got a nice little travel trailer we're going to review today. For those of y'all wanting to buy a brand new camper, this is going to save you close to $20,000 and get you one that's in as close to like new condition as you're ever going to find in a used one. In fact, I don't know why the people that originally bought this thing ever bought it, because if they've used this thing, they've only used it once or twice. This is a 2019 Jayco Whitehawk. Model number is a 29BH. It is 34 feet 7 inches long total length. It's got a slide. Weighs 7,307 pound dry weight. Got the Glacier package, extended season. One of Jayco's top of the line travel trailers. I've got the original bill of sale or buyer's order, whatever you want to call it, where they bought it brand new from Rip-Off World. Out the door price was $48,610.50 to be exact. I'd show it, but I got to mark out the personal information, but whoever buys it, I'll make sure they get a copy of it with that shows what they actually paid for it, which is ridiculous, almost $50,000 for this camper. I've got it for $29,900 plus applicable sales tax, and that's it, no fees. Beautiful camper, guys. I mean, if I still had, besides one or two little things, if I still had the banners and the stickers they put inside these things when they're brand new, you'd think it was a 2022 model for almost 20 grand off. Beautiful camper, guys. It's a family model. It's got bunks. Good open floor plan. I've got it hooked up to power right now. It's got 30 amp electrical service, got the AC cranking. It is miserably hot outside, guys, and doing my best to cool it off. Heat index is 106 right now. And show you what I got. I got the awning. Awning's a little dirty, hadn't washed it yet, but got the LED light strip. Of course, this is a Jayco. You got their world famous Magnum Truss roof system. The strongest roof you can get in any travel trailer. Got a 4,500 pound weight capacity on the roof. It's a crowned roof. I do have the grill that goes on the back bumper. Brand new in the box, never even been opened. Got the mount on the back on the other side of the spare tire. You've got your outside cooktop kitchen. Electric refrigerator that's already ice cold. Still got the books and stuff in it. This is a nice camper. 6-gallon DSI gas electric water heater, Dexter axles, never adjust, stabilizer jacks, front power jack, LED lights on the front, fiberglass cap, frameless windows. Outside shower. Of course, Jayco quality is second to none. There's your mount for your outside grill. And this has got the double bunks too. So basically 2 full-size beds in the back. And there's no excuses for it, guys. I'll get my wash folks to clean up the awning. But this is pretty much how it came in. It's hot out here, guys. Be careful in this heat if you're not used to it. I left my digital thermometer inside the camper, but the temperature on the camper skin itself is 130 degrees. And I've got the awning out trying to cut down on it a little bit. And I got the AC going, so it actually feels better in here. But keep in mind, guys, I said this in the last video, a lot of people don't know this. For those of you who are new to RVing, RV air conditioners are only designed to lower the inside temperature 20 to 25 degrees of the outside ambient temperature. So when it's 100 degrees outside in the middle of the day, you're not going to get much below 80 degrees in a camper. And you've got to get that low, you got to turn it on the night before. Like for instance, I've had this air conditioner on for an hour and a half, and this air conditioner is at peak performance. And I am in You know, it was 100 and about 104, 105 when I come in here, and I'm down to 90, 89, 90 right now. Now, look at this. Step outside. This is what I'm working with. That's in the shade, 102 in the shade. Put it in the sun, 124 on the gravel. And I'm just showing y'all what I'm working with so you know that what to expect. This is the skin of the camper in the shade, 107. The skin of the camper in the sun, which is also on the roof, 110. That's what you're fighting against. Not just the outside temperature, but the skin of the camper reflecting that heat, including the roof. So, the fact is, the air conditioner has got it in an hour and a half down to 90. It's pretty stinking good. And 90 degrees sounds hot, but when you're talking from 110 to 90, that's a huge relief. And if you turn this on the night before, it would actually be another 10, 12 degrees cooler in here. But you have to plan it the night before. And that's when y'all come look at RVs this time of year, and we plug them up and turn them on for you. Even a few hours before you get here, when you turn them on in the middle of the day, in the heat of the day, even if they run all day, they're not going to cool it off to what you think they're going to do until the next day. So even on a brand new one, guys. So please don't come in here expect them, oh, you turn the air on 2 hours before I got there, it'll be 60 degrees inside the camper when it's 100 degrees outside. That's never going to happen in any reality, guys. I don't care if you got 2 airs, 3 airs, RVs are not designed like that. They're not homes. They're not sticks and bricks homes. They're not insulated like one. Yeah, they'll cool off to make it halfway comfortable. But when it's this hot outside, I generally don't even think about going RVing unless I'm going up in the mountains next to the water where it's about 10, 12 degrees cooler. That's the only way I would consider going RVing this time of year when it's this hot out. Now, and that's for those of you like me who live in the southeast, or those that maybe live in southern Texas and southwest where you're used to this kind of heat and humidity. You know that. It's kind of like going into a, you ever been into a house that's been sitting empty with no power on for a couple of weeks in the middle of summer, and it's hot like this, 100 degrees outside, or in the upper 90s, 100 degrees heat index, well over 100. And you know how hot it is in that house, and even if you're in there and the power comes on, you turn the air conditioner on, the air conditioner works perfectly. And you know that air conditioner can be on all day and it will still never get that house comfortable. It's kind of the same concept with the camper, and you know the house doesn't get comfortable until the next day. Same thing with the camper. And I had a customer here yesterday that didn't quite understand that, and they actually came back today after I left the unit on overnight, and they bought it once they understood that. And you know, you have to plan ahead and run these things overnight to really cool a camper down when it's this hot outside. Now the other 9-10 months out of the year, at least here in the south, you can turn them on a couple hours before you get here, 2 or 3 hours, and it's fine. But when it's this hot outside, I mean, I had to send two of my employees went home yesterday because they got sick from the heat. When it's this hot, you got to be prepared for that. So keep in mind, these campers are extremely hot. It's kind of like being, you know, you see these horror stories about kids and animals being locked up in cars while their parents are inside the store or whatever. It's kind of like looking, it's like kind of like looking in an RV in this kind of weather. It's kind of like being in a car with no heat and air. So please, if you come out and look at RVs, bring, you know, dress accordingly, take plenty of breaks. If you've got small kids, I do not recommend bringing kids out in this kind of weather. You know, what I recommend doing is, you know, we've got a nice air-conditioned showroom. Maybe have one parent or parent bring another adult with them, and one adult stay with the kid in the showroom or stay in the car with the air conditioner on. And while one person looks at it, then go and swap out if you need to, where the other one stays with the kid while the other parent looks at it. I do not recommend having kids in this kind of weather, guys. I'm a parent myself. I would not have my little girl out looking at campers, because as hot as it is outside, these campers are another 10 degrees, 15 degrees warmer. It's like looking in a hot car that's been set up all day. And you know, a lot of times we get caught up in the moment. We don't think about the kids or anything like that. And that's just my recommendation, guys. It's your kids, you do what you want, but definitely something I recommend. And of course, we got complimentary cold bottled water in the showroom. We got soda machines, comfortable waiting areas, cool. You know, if you come into the showroom, guys, this is not rip-off world. We're not going to bug you to death. We're not going to try to sell you something. You want to come in, cool off. Come in, cool off. Nobody's going to try to sell you anything or talk to you if you don't want to. We want you to be comfortable as possible in 100-degree heat, which is not very comfortable. So please be careful, especially if you're from different areas of the country. Like that guy that was here a few weeks ago that flew down from Alaska to buy a motor home. He got a pretty good shock when he got off that plane in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and when the heat index was like it was today, he didn't know what to think, because he had never seen heat like this. Didn't even hardly breathe. So like I said, it's all what you're used to, I guess. But anyway, it is cooling off in here. Like I said, it's the upper 80s, but you know, if I turned this thing on last night, it would be probably around 79 degrees in here. If I left this air on all night, it probably would have maintained 79, 80 degrees throughout the day if I left the AC on, which is pretty comfortable considering it's 100 and something degree heat index outside. You all saw the temperature of the skin of the camper. So for those of you who are new to RVing, don't expect a RV air conditioner to give you the performance you're used to in, say, like a sticks and bricks home or an apartment or something like that, where y'all had those big 3-ton, 3.5 ton units with a high insulation and all that, because that's never going to happen. But anyway, that's my tip for the day. Let's go back to the tour. Got a big TV, of course. You've got a fireplace, which I've got set for the effect, but it also doubles as an auxiliary electric heater. You do have a big propane furnace. 8 cubic foot RV refrigerator freezer. This is a 19, so it's a pre-pandemic built RV, so you don't have to, so you can run this off propane or electric. It does work, and it doesn't look like it's been used like the rest of the camper. It may have been on long enough to get cold, which we guarantee it to work anyway. 48, so it's dropping. So yeah, we're good there. You got solid surface countertops. You know, the Whitehawk's one of the higher end ones. You got the stainless steel sink. Got your dish dryer rack. You got your power tower right here, so you can plug your appliances up. USB chargers for your cell phones. 3-burner stovetop, cast iron grates, doesn't look like it's been cooked on, knife block, stainless steel appliances. Like I said, there's your double beds, your double bunks, which are full-size beds. Huge table booth, all your books and manuals, sleeper sofa, LED lights, 6'9", I believe, height clearance on the ceiling. I'll show you the bathroom. Feels good in here. We've had that vent open in here with that door shut, so it actually got a lot more air conditioning in here. Shower looks good. RV toilet. Little cuddy storage over there in the corner. This is a nice camper. Not only carpet in here is in the slide out. Front bedroom, and this is actually a 60 by 80 queen bed. So it's actually a residential queen bed, not a camper queen, so you can put regular queen sheets on it. Which you can with a camper queen too, they're just going to be a little bit loose. The width is always the same, it's just the length's going to be a little shorter. Big closet right here. And of course you got a door to the outside from the bedroom, which is more or less an emergency exit. Wow, I'm going to see something here. There's no ductwork in this closet. That's a motion detected light. almost 100 degrees in here. So it is probably cooling off a little bit from the rest of the camper, but that shows you how much harder it is with one with air, without. So place for television too in here. Yeah, guys, got some nice LED accent lights underneath your sofa and table booth. Great open floor plan, so great for families. You know, you can sleep a ton of people in here. You can sleep 4 on these 2 beds. You can sleep 2 adults, a couple of kids. Your table booth is going to make a bed. Your sofa is going to make a bed. So this can sleep up to 10 people. Way more than you probably want to carry with you. It is pre-wired for solar. You do have a stereo system. You do have a solid sliding door for privacy for the bedroom. Put that cool jet on, get some more air in the living space here. It's nice, guys. I mean, there's no apology for it whatsoever. Like I said, the only thing, I gotta have that awning washed, but big whoop, you know. We're going to go through this and check the major systems. We're going to make sure that the air conditioner blows cold, which it obviously is. We're going to make sure the refrigerator, freezer gets to operating temp, both of them, which they are. The outside's cold, the inside one's already getting cold. It takes this one about 6 to 8 hours to get to operating temperature. So keep that in mind. And but the fact is that the freezer's already getting cold means 99% of the time when the freezer's cold, it just has to trickle down the refrigerator, give it a few more hours, and it will be at operating temp. Like I said, this is if you're a new RV shopper, a new camper shopper, this is the used camper you're looking for. One that has hardly any use on it and about 15 to 20 grand less than what you're going to spend on a new one. Like I said, I got the original sales paperwork. They paid $48,610, I believe, out the door. You couldn't buy one for sale by owner for this $29,900 price, and this is why. Because most for sale by owners probably finance it, they have a payoff. If they paid $48,000 for this camper and they've been paying on it for 3 years, almost 4 years, they still owe about $40,000 on it. All right, they can't sell. If they owe $40,000, they're going to have to pull $10,000 in cash out of their pocket, or out of savings or retirement or kids' college fund or whatever, to get the payoff down to where they can sell it for their payoff. To get the payoff where they can sell it for $29,900, they're not going to do that. They're going to put it on the market for what they owe on it, which is 40 grand. You go on RV Trader, these things are 34, 35,000 plus. Because of that simple fact. I've got this for $29,900, titles in the office. I mean, like I said, if you bought this camper brand new in 2019, you couldn't afford to sell this thing for $29,900 3 years later, 4 years later. But you know what? That's what I love about used campers. You let that first person take that humongous hit, and I bet you they didn't use this thing 2 or 3 times. I mean, my gosh, that's probably those 2 or 3 times probably cost them $5,000 a trip in depreciation. I mean, this thing is just absolutely a gorgeous camper. You can't fault it. If you're interested in it, give us a call at 706-965-7929. We offer nationwide delivery if you need it. It's $2 a loaded mile. We have a financing available with approved credit and down payment. If you want to know the latest interest rates, terms, down payment requirements, credit requirements, call and talk to one of my salespeople at 706-965-7929. I'll be glad to help you. There's no smoke or pet odors in here, guys. This thing is, I can't praise it enough. For a used camper, they don't come any nicer than this. I wish I had about 10 more of these. And I did just buy a bunch of Class C's and travel trailers. That's what's selling right now. So I will be posting a lot of those as they come in. So stay tuned for some more of those. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you got questions, keep in mind we charge no fees. You know, they bought this from Rip-Off World. They charge them, they feed them out the yin yang when they bought this thing. And then we have no upsells. So we're going to save you thousands of dollars on the price, thousands of dollars on the fact that we don't mark interest rates up on financing like Rip-Off World and all the other dealers do. And we're going to save you thousands of dollars because we don't have upsells like extended warranty, gap insurance, paint protection, tire and wheel packages, gap insurance, and all that, because all that stuff is not worth the paper it's written on, guys. Never, ever, ever, ever do any upsells. They talk a good game because they've got it marked up 4 times dealer cost, you know, but when you need those services, they don't pay. And if you need, and you can buy those services for a fraction of the cost away from the dealership yourself for cash. But even if you do that, when you need them, they still don't pay. It's just throwing money away. I mean, you might as well just put that money in a savings account that you're going to spend on those and just use it when you need, you know, and use that when something happens. It's just a big ripoff, guys. Trust me on that. None of those things, you know, none of those warranties are worth a flip. I found that out. I can pretty much, for what you're going to spend buying one of those aftermarket service contracts or aftermarket warranties for 2 or 3 years at a dealership, you can pretty much gut this entire trailer and rebuild it and pay somebody to rebuild it yourself. I mean, you're always going to be money ahead, not buying those warranties, putting that money up, and just spending when you need it. I guarantee you at the end of what would have been your normal warranty period, you're going to have money left in the bank. That's how those companies make money, because they're going to spend less putting out than you paid them putting in. So never, ever, 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 ever say yes to upsells. In fact, when they start talking about payments, when you go to another dealer and they start giving you multiple payments with different features and options like the upsells, like the warranties and gap insurance, paint protection and all that stuff, say no, 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 no. I want a payment for the camper only. That's it. Payment and rate. That's all I care about. Never ever buy a camper on a payment. Always look at your amount financed. Never, ever, ever go by payment. Go with your own bank or credit union. See what they can do. Use that as a basis of comparison. Never be afraid to say no. You'd be surprised, guys. Trust me on that. I've seen too many people ripped off like the folks that bought this. $48,000. I mean, if I had just pulled off a dealership's lot with a camper for $48,000, almost $49,000, and I seen this camper that would look just at almost in just as nice condition for that's 3 years old for $29,900. I don't know about y'all, but I would have been pissed that I just lost that kind of money, and I could have bought this that would have done the same thing for that much less. But you know what, guys? Can't complain too much. If we didn't have new campers, we wouldn't have used ones. But y'all are making the smart decision to look at used and buy used, and hey, let somebody else take the hit. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share on social media, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for some more videos, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.